Yo, people, what is good? Welcome back to another live stream where we got a bit of a special case today. As you can see from the setup, we are not at home once more. We are back at Wolfie's. And right in front of us, we've got Chris here, one of the co-founders of Blockchain Banter. Around me, we've got Wolfie, Full Faith, Lev, and some guests here as well. This is going to be an interesting episode where we're going to be talking in regards to scalability of Casper and the institutional use case, basically our belief on why Casper is going to do well in the future. So you're going to see more recordings of this coming out later on, but you're going to be just basically asking some questions wherever you want to and hearing some talks from the speakers involved, including myself, on what we believe coming to Casper in the near future. Without further ado though, Chris, my man, do you want to take it away?
Thank you very much. So I'm Chris Hutchinson and I'm a co-host of Blockchain Banter, also co-host of Casper. I'll probably do a load of other stuff as well, Crumpet Media. But I'm quite active in the space. And this is our first live production of Blockchain Banter, which is fantastic. So welcome everybody. Thank you for coming. And a massive shout out to Wolf as well. Wolfie's Bar has become a sort of central hub for crypto now, which is fantastic. And it's not just for Casper communities, it's for any sort of crypto community. And I actually quite like that because crypto, we're all in this for a similar reason. And crypto at the moment is in its infancy and it is trying to find a way to make the best out of what we've got so far, which again is why I think Casper is just incredible tech. It's next tech. Hopefully you've all got your Castle wallets downloaded. Massive thanks to Castle and to Kef as well for sponsoring this event. 40% discount on anything you buy, beer, drinks, food. All thanks to them, it's 40% discount. So that is a massive thank you to them. But hopefully you have got your Castle wallet downloaded and you're using Cas to pay for your drinks and for your food at Wolfie's Bar. But this is a good segue actually to go into why and how industry is actually adopting blockchain technology. So everybody who's paid with Cas here today has used, is part of that adoption, is part of that growth. Wolfie is, or Wolf, sorry, is certainly someone who is a front runner in this space. He knows that crypto isn't going anywhere and it's here to stay. And he's right, it definitely is. If you look at the adoption rate of crypto, it's insane. It took 21 years to reach 300 million users for phones, mobile phones. It took 15 years to reach 300 million users for the internet. It's taken 12 years to reach 300 million users for crypto, which is insane. It's a massive adoption curve, but we are still early. But industry is looking into it, and the reason industry is looking into blockchain technology is for a few key points, I'd say. One is no single point of failure. When you're running infrastructure, look at AWS, for example. If you're running a server and your business runs a server through AWS and they go down, you're snookered. You are literally losing money. Every second you're down, your business is down. And the competition that isn't running through AWS is now taking your clients. So that's a big deal. They're also looking at the speed, because speed really does, it counts for a lot. I mean, speed's always been something that we've looked at throughout history. The reason we have roads is because the Romans wanted to get army to the battlegrounds as quick as possible, quicker than their enemies, to get ammunition through, everything like that. So everything's about speed. If you look at high frequency trading, they will literally set up offices next to the closest server so they get milliseconds in front of their competition, because it matters, speed matters. And it really does matter in the crypto space as well. And when we talk about speed, certainly in crypto, we like to compare, obviously, crypto to money. So, for example, Bitcoin. Bitcoin gives us sovereignty in money. Be your own bank. Now, with Visa, it's very centralized, but it's very quick. But it's quick in a sense of throughput. So, on average, Visa do about 3,000 transactions per second. Now, that's just throughput. It's not actual finality. Your money isn't actually in your account until about 2 to 3 days later, because all the ledgers need to line up. You're using a middleman that is putting the throughput through, and it's saying that the money's there, but actually it's not until all ledgers have been updated. With Bitcoin, that happens 10 minutes, every 10 minutes. And to get real finality, you need to wait for about an hour. With Casper, you get real finality within 8 seconds. And this is where adoption does happen for industry. I think Jonathan said it best, actually. Jonathan Sompolinski is the founder of Kaspa, and he said Casper is going to be sovereignty as a service. Now, when we talk about sovereignty, we mean basically we're cutting middlemen out. You don't need to ask for permission. If you're a business and you're running infrastructure, if you're running through Casper, you don't have to set up a 12-month contract. You don't have to be locked into a 5-year contract with this infrastructure, and you have to pay a monthly subscription. No, with Casper, you've got infrastructure when you want it. It's there, it's ready, and you can use it. You can utilize the infrastructure, and it's totally decentralized, which is fantastic. So when we look at Bitcoin, we have sovereignty in being your own bank. You don't need to have permission to send value. You can just do it. It's censorship resistant, which is fantastic. Bitcoin is a really incredible bit of tech. But Bitcoin has its drawbacks. Again, it's the 10-minute block delay, like it's the 10-minute block time. You don't want to be sending money, for Wolfie's bar, for example, you don't want to be sending a Bitcoin transaction over the layer 1 network and then waiting 10 minutes just to get confirmation, or a week.
We've had it.
Yeah, and you had it at Blue Mango.
Yeah, next door. Yeah.
Yeah. So again, you don't want to be waiting that long period of time for your transaction to go through. But that's one aspect of sovereignty. So then you've got the other aspects of sovereignty. So like Ethereum, they've got programmability, smart contracts. Again, the sovereignty is there because it takes the middlemen out of the equation. You don't have to rely. You just have to rely on the smart contract itself. You don't have to rely on an intermediary. You don't need to rely on a middleman to fulfill that smart or that contract for you. So you've got sovereignty there, but then you're losing out on all the goodness on Bitcoin, the security and decentralization of it. And funnily enough, people and certainly businesses value that decentralization aspect because, again, single point of failure. You don't want to rely on one company, one entity, one infrastructure that could go down on you. Solana is a perfect example of that. Solana is still decentralized, but not as decentralized. So then you get sort of scales of sovereignty. What Casper has actually done is an absolute breakthrough in technology, and it really, really is, because it's managed to take all the best points of Bitcoin with its security and its decentralization, and it's managed to scale it. So then, like I said, you're getting confirmation and you're getting settlement within 8 seconds. That's insanely fast for companies, and it's censorship resistant. You don't have to rely. You don't have to ask permission to do something using Casper's technology, and that's a big deal for industry. And that is exactly why people like Wolf, who understand how this works, can see that it's going to be and is becoming part of our adoption. It's going to be integrated into every aspect of our lives. Whether it's you go down the route of being completely sovereign, where you run your own node, you run your own miner, you mine your own transactions to your own node. Casper allows you to do that, and very cheaply as well. So really, industry is looking at blockchain technology, and they will be looking for the fastest, securest, and most decentralized network that's going, and that is Casper. And that's why I think genuinely Casper will be adopted. It will be adopted not because it's being forced down people's throats, you're not hard selling to people. It will be adopted because if you're not using this infrastructure, your company, you won't have the edge. Your company will fall behind. Casper is literally going to be real-time decentralization, which is a first of its kind. And Jonathan will be speaking about more on that in next week, I think, at the Oxford Union, which is, again, massive news. So, yeah, long story short for me, because I normally do go on, this is why I think Casper will be adopted and why industry is adopting Casper.
Great. Any questions? No. You haven't spoken about blue blocks and red blocks.
I haven't. I'll try to keep it less technical this time.
Awesome.
For my own safety.
Chris, you've got the mic. Pass it over to Wolf, please, mate. Thank you. Did you want to do a little transition?
So thank you very much, Chris, for that. We can see right now we have tuning in Andy and HXC. The only question we have right now is how much is a pint there at Wolfie's? Do you have an answer for that?
How much?
How much is a pint at Wolfie's?
How much does it cost?
Yeah.
In cash.
Worth.
Yeah, how much in cash?
I think with discounts, because we currently have Casper wallets and K funding things, I think it's approximately like £4.50, which is like $5-6.
Yeah, £4.50, $5, which if you don't know London prices, that is extremely cheap because London prices, they can easily be 2, if not 3 times that. And of course, if you're owning any Wolfie NFTs, well, you get discounts on that as well. So,
Buffaloes.
pardon?
It's Buffalo, because Buffalo's always on all of the.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, Buffalo. Exactly. There you go. Right. Well, there you go. That should answer your question, HXC. And now we've got Wolfie up on stage. So whenever you're ready, brother.
Cool. Am I doing the whole story?
How much time we got?
Sure. Well, it's online, so I can do it. So I'm Wolf. I'm Wolfie's Bar and Blue Man Asylum and Mango House and a bunch of other things. And I've been in the crypto space now since 2019. But my story about crypto starts way before that. So when I was growing up at school, I always wanted to be a trader. And I started learning trading at a very young age, 15 years. I started doing technical trading courses, trying to figure it out. And then I started technical trading with all the money that I earned from my jobs, and I lost all of it in the process. So then I ended up going to university and I did BCom in economics and started learning about fundamental trading. I thought, this is the answer to it. And I started trading based on fundamentals, and I lost all my money in the process. So I just decided, fuck this. I'm just going to buy things that I believe in and which I use. So over the years, I started investing in stocks and things across the board, from companies that I utilize or things I really believe in. And I became quite successful with that. Made a bunch of money that ended up paying for all the businesses and expansions and all those things. And the first time I saw crypto was about 2012. And when I saw it the first time, I looked at it and I thought, like, it's a bunch of bullshit. This like, magic internet money. What are you guys talking about? So I ignored it, went on with my life. And then in 2019, I got hit by £100,000 HMRC bill, which I wanted in 30 days. So after I shit myself, I went through the process of finding a plan A to G. Plan A getting me there, but it's going to take like 30 years. Plan G being loan shocks, betting on horses, stuff like that. And going through that process, I came to the conclusion, I need to go check out what crypto is about here. Because you can only read this many times about some dude that's lost a fund drive with a couple of £100 million of crypto in a dump and not take notice of it. So I looked at crypto for the first time, and I looked at crypto based on my economics background. So I measured it as money. Does it have the attributes of money? Is it a store of value? All of those things. And in the process to do that, you have to measure it against fiat. So when I measured it against fiat, I came to a very strong conclusion that fiat is more bullshit than crypto in the process. But not only that, crypto has got this element. Crypto has got this real element to it. So it's market driven. And then it's got attached to it this euphoria, Ponzi scheme type of element to it. So pursuing crypto in a buy to hold strategy is not always the most efficient one. It will get you there, but you get these massive fluctuations. So you need to be quite strong mentally to be able to deal with it. So okay, I'm going to try and do something about it. So I took £13,000 at that stage. I bought my first Bitcoin, cost £3,000. I bought 48 GPU miners, which I parked in my garage to mine Ethereum. My wife loved it. It was 96 decibels and heat pumping out through the whole system was quite a discussion point. I bought cloud computing capacity on mines in Norway. I bought a miner that I bought in China on a farm that got seeds in the process, but I made my money out of it prior to that. And then I used crypto.com at that stage launch, and they had massive APRs and storing tools and things like that to enhance my growth. So in that process of a year and a half, I took that original £13,000 and I made 300. And then interesting thing that happened is in the process, COVID happened and we decided to build Wolfie's bar. And when we originally started building Wolfie's bar, the quotes we got was £280,000 for building this bar. Now the salon costs about 200,000. It's 9 years old. Cost 200,000 pounds to build it. So we thought, yeah, okay, maybe it's not. That's got more basins, but this has got more fridges and stuff like that. Okay, it's fine. We'll go through that process. So we borrowed and took our savings and everything to build Wolfie's bar. So as we started building Wolfie's bar, because of COVID and Brexit and everything else that's happening in this country, the prices of fixtures started going crazy. So we went from a pot of paint costing £5 to £50 overnight. So the bill for building this place inflated to £500,000. So in the process, my wife said, "Like, you're going to sell your crypto to pay for this." You know how that conversation goes. So I sold my crypto to pay for it. The interesting thing about it was that I bought crypto at the very bottom of the market, which was the £3,000 Bitcoin, because of HM revenue pushing me into it. And I sold the very week Bitcoin peaked at £58,000 because my wife pushed me to sell it. So I grabbed the whole cycle, not because of genius or technical ability, just because of my environmental factors pushing me towards it. So because of that, Wolfie's always been pro crypto significantly because the whole thing's built from. So we fixated Bitcoin from day one. And then a couple of months in, Chris and Melinda contacted me to talk about Kaspa. And we had all evening of beers and horns and things, and before you know it, we accepted Casper and all that in the process. So as we were going through that, NFT started moving a lot over the years. And I had the same view of NFTs as I had of crypto. When I saw it the first time, I was thinking, oh, fucking bullshit, like a monkey that's encrypted. Great. But if someone takes your monkey and uses it in Brazil, I've been in legal disputes over the years. For me to legally go dispute you using my monkey in Brazil, it's going to cost me more money than what the monkey is worth in the process. So I just thought NFTs is a bunch of nonsense. I don't get it. And then one day my phone rang and one of my ex-colleagues at HSBC, so I work in banking also. Over the years I've worked for the big ones, Sydney, Morgan Stanley Bank, HSBC. And Laxmi phones me up from HSBC and said, "Hey Wolf, I know you brew your own beer. And my nephew wants to brew his own beer. Can they come chat with you?" So yeah, of course. Because I always get some people that can talk about entrepreneurship and stuff. So sitting here and the two kids come walking in, and my first observation when I see them is like, these guys don't look like beer brewers. Because like beer brewers look like me. I'm bearded, a lot of tattoos, don't have laptops and shit with them. So these two kids come walking in, laptops on, okay. I sit down. And I open it up, and they've got these images of these Indian gods with these big noses. It's not me, but the Indian gods with these big noses. And they had this concept of their NFT is going to give these discounts in regards to beer and special beer gets to be distributed to the holders. And they were going for a $800,000 market cap sale in regards to NFTs. And then they put this timeline in front of me showing what they want to do with the money. So say like month 1, we want to open up a brewery. Month 2, we want to open up a restaurant. Month 3, we want to open up a hotel. And they went through this list of things. And I'm like, guys, do you know what it takes to build a physical business? It's like, you know, if the pipe in front bursts, either I need to fix it, the plumber needs to fix it, or someone needs to fix it, or this whole thing is fine. It goes under. It's like physical businesses is not like technology pursuits where you can upscale a few cloud computers if you're running out of space, so you can go back to your previous version. But this is very real, and it's got very real criteria in regards to regulations, you name it. So then I started dissecting what their business is going to look like. So, you know, for a brewery in London, it's going to be in a residential area because everything's residential. So you'll need approval from the council, you need approval from the residents. They're going to moan about the time, the smell, how many trucks is going to come in, when anything's not going to happen, which exit you're going to use. You're going to have all of this criteria in regards to that. You're going to need to get phase-free power. You're going to need to get liquor license. You know, and I went through all this. Your cost for the equipment, you're looking at about 25k. But that stage, about 50k there now. So I went through the whole thing. So kids sat there and they looked at me and I said, yeah, I think we're going to do this. And they left. But then as they were leaving, I was thinking myself as I was driving home, I came out and I told my wife, you know, all the shit that these guys are worried about, we've conquered and figured out over the last 20 years. You know, we've got suppliers, teachers, we got producers, beer producers, we know how to build things, we know how to start up a brand and business and everything in the process. The only thing we don't have is an NFT. So then I started researching NFT because all of a sudden it clicked to me that NFTs have got nothing to do with the image at all. NFTs is a portal or a gate for membership and attaching things to it, whatever you want. You can attach anything in the Wolfy. So in the process, Wolfie's Bar NFT was born. And our NFT has got 5 characters, a wolf, a she wolf, a wolf cub, English bulldog, and Persian cat, which is all relating to my family. And then we attach real life physical things to it. So the first thing is merchandise. So if you get 1 NFT, you get a t-shirt, 2 NFTs, you get a t-shirt hoodie, 3 NFTs, t-shirt hoodie, cap, and a cup, and a beer, and some coffee. And then
It's not a normal cup though, is it?
It's
a bucket.
There's a funny story about the cups. I never knew how big the cup was. So when we bought it, it said 40 ounce, and I thought 40 ounces, like, what, how much is 40? In the process, and everybody started posting these pictures as they got their cups from their NFTs. I was like thinking, why do I have the smallest one in the world? So everybody's standing next to these big buckets, and then I ordered one. It's big in the process. So you've got all this physical merchandise, and then you get discounts. You get between 10 and 30% discount depending on the NFTs. You'll get a free coffee every day if you have a Wolfie's Bar NFT across the world. So in all venues, you're going to have that ability. And then the whole concept about the revenue part kicked also. So we launched a coin called Wolfie, and our Wolfie coins KYC 20 coin on the Casper network. But how it works is that because it's a finite 10 billion of them, we take revenue that we generate from Wolfies in the digital space. We take revenue we generate from our Kaspa miners that we've currently got parked in Texas. And then we take revenue, a third of it, from all our franchises that we open up. It's currently being opened up in South Africa. And we buy back the coin from the open market and then we redistribute it to our NFT holders based on the amount of NFTs they have. And there's some Easter eggs. So some NFTs give you bigger percentages if you have a full pack. So like all the characters, you get a bigger percentage and stuff like that in the process. And the thing that excited me about that aspect of the whole thing is that if you look at the tokenomics of coins and how markets work, a coin will have the ability to get a market cap way larger than your entity's market cap in the future because it's finite and you're pushing fiat money that's inflation driven into it from real physical products and services that you sell. So the concept will make the coin very valuable in the future because of that. And it's also not something that's not happened. People don't really know it, but for instance, Starbucks uses Polygon and the back end. So all Starbucks, the whole 10 billion that they've got on there at the moment is Polygon driven thing. So yeah, so that's the concept. Wolfie's been running for 2 years with that. Very successful in that sense, really building. Our franchising piece is kicking off now. So we've got our consultants in South Africa looking for spaces, interviewing franchisees in the process. So good year for us. I think that's what the difference. Yeah.
Hey! Do we have any questions from anyone? No? Cool.
How much have we got the answer of how much it costs for a beer and cats?
I did the dollar
Do
equation.
you want me to tell you?
Tell me. At the current market.
20,000 right now.
Awesome. We can do a little interview if you guys want drinks, all the foods.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
can
So
jump into the next speaker straight after that.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I'll sort you out now. Yeah, no worries. Wolf, that was great. Thanks, man.
Cool, man.
183 cats.
Wow.
Very powerful speech.
But that is with the 40% discount because of
No, that is alive. Yeah, yeah, we're still.
okay.
Alive.
So if you
In
have
Berlin, we were charging 39.
39 cas,
Yeah.
oh my
39
god.
cost for a beer.
Berlin, when we did the event there.
I mean, in Berlin, of course, Casper was a lot higher.
You
than
think
this, so-
that
Yeah, it was
beer I've just bought there
Three,
will
yeah.
be worth about $183 at least?
Well, if you follow Tom's vlog,
Yeah.
it's about thousands.
What's Tom Lee we're talking about? Or...
Tom said
Oh.
it's $8.
Oh,
Well, he's got. You should actually see that video. He did really well.
Very good video.
So he did a video where he calculated against being a top 20 coin in the
Total
market cap.
market cap.
And
Yeah.
if it rose to what's grown the biggest cycles to, and he was saying like with Kaspa, his midline range was between $3 and $8, and then above that was the high.
I mean, Casper rallying that high, I don't see why it couldn't. It's just a question of when. What's going to be the catalyst that does it?
But if you look at the total liquidity, if you look at the total market cap of crypto, what the potential could be, it's very realistic to think it would get to $7 trillion market cap
Yeah,
from
where it's at right
where
now.
it's been
Yeah,
before, because the amount of liquidity that's now in the system. So it's fair to, and also the institutional adoption and things like this. So it's fair to assume that you get to around 7 trillion. It could get to 10 trillion, but if you went 7 trillion. Now, if Casper captured 1% of that,
you're talking
that's-
70 billion.
yeah,
Yeah, which in itself, 70 billion is just under $3.
exactly.
Yeah.
Now that's just 1% of that. If Casper managed, which it could easily do.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just using fairly logical math.
Yeah.
Or reasonable assumptions. And
Yeah,
yeah, exactly. Cardano did do it.
Yeah.
yeah.
And Cardano didn't even have the product.
Back in the last
Funny thing
cycles, it
about these
was.
cycles is when it happens extremely quick.
Mhm.
They're talking about 2 months for that type of game.
Yeah.
Because like even that 30,000 I made 300, it was hovering a little bit up, a little bit up, a little bit up, and then the big run was 2 months.
Everyone seems to misunderstand how quickly the cycle can
Because
move. When it gets going, like it's unbelievably quick. It's just you gotta have all the wars ending.
It will get, but again,
And then the next day
War,
you open up it says
and that's
plus
as terrible as this
40,000
is, because I don't agree with wars. I think it's just all these politicians fighting politicians. I fucking hate people.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Yes.
But war is a massive driver of inflation. Like money printing, they have to print money for
Yeah.
war efforts, and that does drop down to the economy. Like the money has to go somewhere.
I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
Is it illogical to think that Trump's going war right now?
Yeah, I always get
As a result, they have to print money to subsidize the war and inflation.
So like
And there's a strong
5%
belief with Kevin Walsh, who's going to lower interest rates, that when this
that's why crypto
printing of money has to get refinanced, it'll get refinanced
Yeah,
to a lower level. So it might be in a weird way a scheme that Trump has devised, or his team devised, to be able to eventually save money in the long
Yeah.
run.
No, that's 100% right. Like, it's forcing the Fed's arm to cut interest rates. It's forcing it. And like you said, there's massive refinancing that needs to be done.
Yeah, that's why Trump's been so adamant. That's like we've got to get a look at all the debt that was, all the inflation that happened after COVID, where it was at 0% interest rates, and now you're at 3.2 or something like that.
If they have to refinance at these levels,
Yeah, they're losing so much money.
they're fucking like the Fed are essentially saying America's dead.
I mean, the problem with America, like think about it, you've got inflation also quite high, but you also got unemployment also really high. Very much in a stagflationary economy now. It's become a very rock and a hard place type of environment.
It will go, like, if you look at money markets alone, just like the treasuries and things like that,
is still
there's,
building.
I think, $7+ trillion
Sitting on the
locked up.
sidelines. Yeah, money market funds. Yeah.
Because the Fed's rates are still high enough to, it's fucking easy money for them. They're getting money in, banks are getting money in from investors, not investors, just people using banks. They're paying them 0.1% interest rate, whilst making like 4% in these money markets. Like it's, they're rinsing. Yeah, it will go, and when it does, like
towards the end of the year.
if you look at the rating, it is playing out pretty much line for line. The Trump years are playing out exactly like the Reagan years. Weirdly enough, even like Reagan tried to get assassinated. Reagan had an attempted assassination done on him. Against Trump. Not that matters a shit. It's just but when Reagan got in, he was a popular vote. Everyone loved him for the fact that for the first year it was pure hell. Like for Americans, they were fucking broke. Like money tight.
That's fine.
Exactly the same as Trump now.
The second year,
really the lows hit in August, and then after that there was a V-shaped reversal, and then they had the longest and biggest boom in the stock market they've ever seen because of the policies that were put in place. It's playing out exactly the same. I will buy myself a yacht if things start turning round in August.
I think
it'll be before that. To be honest.
Yeah, I think AI is going to push it earlier.
Yeah,
That's what my thing's going to be about when I do mine.
You're doing AI perfect.
Yeah, AI and stuff like that.
Because and I think you're 100% right. Because people, like we're humans, so we think about human interaction and things like this. UI has to be lovely, blah blah blah. AI don't give a shit.
No, it's like what is the most efficient?
Exactly.
Such as
It's working.
Is it working?
Hey, whose wallet is Z6AC?
Alright, we'll flip that on real quick then.
That one is in the lead.
You can see right here, fellas.
Hey, yo!
You got the Castle website where you can see who's been spending what today's events
Z6AC.
with their Casper wallets. So you can see right now, real use case right here.
Are you second?
You've got real use case right here where people are actually buying stuff at Wolfie's, spending Casper, which is really awesome. Really awesome stuff right here. To answer your question, Andy, yeah, we do need to sort better microphone out. This stream is going to be a bit weird. This is not my mic, it's Lev's mic, for one. Just saving myself here. Start him on the bus, not me. But also the plan is that there are mics hooked up to the speakers, which, you know, Chris, Wolf, Full Faith, and including myself will have mics hooked up to ourselves. So when the recordings come out at some point later on, you'll hear our audio a lot clearer. It might be a bit dodgy here, I apologise for that. Didn't have too much time to set it up. But we're going to do more of these events, courtesy of KEF, courtesy of Castle, courtesy of Wolfie, and these events will get better in quality, microphone, everything like that as well. So stay tuned for that. Right now, a little bit of a break, but then you've got Full Face and myself talking afterwards, and then we'll be wrapping it up as well. Welcome Dan, welcome Goonboy, and you too Gary as well. Yeah, so just for those who may be tuning in on the past by watching on playback, we are in a different stream today. It's not a typical stream. Bit all over the place. It's a bit of a new environment, but you can see there's, you know, many people like
Literally, I don't see him
in Wolfie's bar right now. We're all just chilling and basically just tuning into the speakers, which is the four of us: Chris from Blockchain Banter, Wolfie, Schoolboy Crypto, and myself. So just basically giving our interpretation on Casper's scalability and adoption going forward. Grassroots, you're completely right, Jeff. It's a very much grassroots event right now, so you get a bit of an inkling of what it looks like. And these events are fun. Like, I've been to a few of them more recently, and they're very, very fun to do. It's the first time I'm streaming it.
when I do have downtime.
I'm not sure how good it's going right now. Once more, I'm sure they'll get better as time goes on down the line. Yeah, it's a unique opportunity to basically learn from the minds of business owners like Wolfie, from content creators like myself and others, what they perceive as the the future of Casper, if you will. And it's courtesy of KEF and Casper who are helping funding this as well, as you can see. And eventually when the speakers get back on, you'll see the screen again, and you'll see Boom Boy and myself talking up there as well. But yeah, this is a very much grassroots event. It's very chill. If I was just to do a little bit of a typical content just for you lot who may be tuning in or watching right now, generic looking at the markets right now on my phone right now. Oil, of course, is still staying high over the weekend right now, so there won't be any movement in metals or oil. Oil's above $91 a barrel right now. Very much proof that the war is ongoing. It's going to continue ongoing. I can probably see it past 100 soon enough. So we're very much in a we're on a risk-on environment, but it's a different risk-on. It's a war risk-on, not opposed to the crypto aspect. Bitcoin is down 1.1% on the daily time frame, so it's at 67k right now. Casper's down 1%, down to 0.0297 or 2.97 cents right now. Markets are just kind of looking pretty bleak across the board. Unsurprising. We have been talking about this all of last week about the macroeconomic news coming out and what implications that would have on the market. The ISM was a very important one, which both ISMs came in very, very strong, which is really reassuring down the line. But in the more short term, what impacted the markets and why the market's going down this weekend is unemployment. Job report was terrible, very, very poor. But that just gives us better entries because, as you probably heard a little bit in the background when me and Chris were just talking, we have the belief that summertime or latter summertime there will be a recovery in this market. This is purely just speculation, of course. Of course, mine, I do it based on my research that I do, which I'll be talking about in the speech that I'm going to make in the talk later on. But I think we're going to see a big recovery sometime summertime, and that gives us time to kind of DCA by the dips if you want to, and get ready for it to happen. But yeah, this is a interesting event. I'm going to make sure I get a Viking Horn beer of Wolfies later before I leave, and some food as well, I'm sure. But yeah, if you are at any point local or can tune into these grassroots events, I highly recommend doing so. Get a chance to chill and meet up people in person, and just it's a lot more. It's different, like when I'm talking to you lot here, I enjoy it, and sometimes I prefer it, I'll be honest. Sometimes I like being in my own environment, but when you get out sometimes, you speak to people in real life, the perspective, it also is a very nice take on things as well. So highly recommend doing so, talking to people in real life about it as well. It'll give you a different perspective on things as well, I'm sure.
Yeah, Chris was the big
but yeah,
his brother and one of our other blockchain banter hosts, Crypto Punts.
They should be the influencers because they know.
One thing I can say, at least for this stream compared to the last one, the Web3 Poker one, is that the lighting quality is a little bit better. Last time the lighting quality was a bit meh. It's slowly but surely getting better, and once more when the recordings come out, you'll see a lot better audio quality as well. I'm not sure how much longer we've got until the next speeches. I'm guessing people are making food right now. What's the time right now? It's 7:45. Okay, been about 40 minutes going on right now this stream. Not bad.
Very nice.
If there's anything interesting from Kaspa on Twitter, let me have a quick look. I should really share my screen on this, but I'm not on my laptop. Those who don't know, I broke my laptop. Absolute horror hour. I can't believe I did that. So I'm using Lev's laptop, courtesy of him. Shout out to Hugh. Okay. Looks like there's a Casp.fund that's just come out. So basically Pump Fund, but for Casper that's just come out now. How do I feel about that? I don't know. Pump Fund was fantastic. It's the reason why Solana got so big, a massive meme coin, very much degen market, extremely high risk, extremely high reward. Also prime example for scamming. So take extreme caution if you're trying to get involved in a Cas fund, no doubt about that, or any pump fund type of mechanism. But I mean, it'll be more adoption and more things coming to Casper in itself, which is quite awesome. As long as you just do your own precautions, do your own research, your own due diligence, stuff like that as well. What is Castle? Castle is a Casper wallet. Same thing as like Casware and like the KRC. Castle is a Casper wallet. That's so, and Castle are the ones who are sponsoring this event alongside the KEF. Like, Castle's a good wallet. I normally have my Casper held up in a Casper wallet or my Tantrum, of course, but got Castle here as well. So you haven't seen it, definitely go check it out. If you ever see yourself at Wolfie's and you pay with Castle, you'll get discounts on it. If you have Wolfie NFTs, which I have a few myself, Castle wallet, you get discounts, stuff like that, which means, as you heard, it can cost up to like £4, so equivalent to like what, $5 or $6 for a pint, which, to give you rates in London, you can eat like most average cost for a pint in London of alcohol easily is probably $10 plus.
Jay and
If you can get that,
they do their own podcast.
So why is CryptoPunk the big guy and I'm not?
Well, because he's huge. Have you seen it?
No, not in person.
Man, he's massive, 4 times bigger than me.
I mean, that's why. That is not hard. Let's be real on that.
Let's be honest. Alright, he's wider than Wolf, but shorter.
Okay, fair enough. I didn't.
When you speak to him next, tell him to on the podcast tomorrow.
Okay, whoa.
Yeah, so we've got blockchain balancer twice a week.
Oh, awesome. Kes Dijon. Welcome. Awesome. Developer from Rotterdam. Ready to develop on Casper. Well, I can say with confidence, those who remember the Casper-thon that just finished, I heard from the Casper-thon that people who did try and build on Casper found it extremely easy, like easier than building on like Solana or Ethereum. They found it a lot more user-friendly and simple to do on Casper. So that the more builders are more welcome. Yeah, we need to get adoption and building growing, and you'll see a lot more of that following Ignis release, I'm sure, as well, and Silver Script, Covenants, all that sort of stuff. So we're going to see adoption growing a lot quicker for sure. I'm not gonna lie, I might have to hype people up because unfortunately with these grassroots events, people go off to chat and they just chat for hours on end. And you're like, guys, we need to go back to the speeches so we can streamline this stuff. Otherwise, you're going to be sitting here looking at my ugly mug for the next like 10-20 minutes while nothing's really happening. Lev, any danger?
Sorry?
We got next ones yet?
Yeah. Sorry, everyone's got their drinks.
Sweet, cool.
Sorry, guys.
Right, I'm gonna quickly go and get a drink. Back in a sec, boys and girls watching.
Check. Sorry, I've been talking. Let me
I'm in two minds about it. So the libertarian in there goes, yes, you should say whatever's fine. Yes, but actually,
Oh, wait, no, that's the 25. It says
it's so bad. No, I totally agree with you.
I mean, it's just an opinion.
no, okay, you're right. Yeah, that's what the 25 is. Yeah. Okay, perfect. Amazing.
Oh yeah.
That's the thing.
All right.
You have to have the
Wolfface, are you
Wolfie
ready?
Viking Horn.
Are you ready?
It's very exciting. So it looks like
I'm not.
we've got the
It'll be fine, bro.
so we've got another job.
I don't have the.
I appreciate it.
Wolf, can I get the mic passed over to you? Thank you.
Check the mic.
Is the green light on?
Yeah. After your speech, so.
After my speech, you don't know.
You better not make me fall asleep.
Yeah.
Right, people, we're going to get into the third and penultimate speech for today's scalability. I forgot the title already. But
Casper's unstoppable scalability.
there you go, exactly. Unstoppable scalability. So this time we have got Full Face. Take it away, brother, please.
Hi, my username is Fullface, and I'm one of the Casper ambassadors. But after this the speeches that Chris and Wolfie said, I mean,
You've got no chance.
I have no chance now. So thanks to Wolfie for hosting this. I think Wolfie's back, as Chris said, is one of the main places for Casper. In actually UK.
Yeah.
And blockchain advisor, guys. Thank you. So I want to speak about stablecoins on Kaspa. I think it's one of the biggest utilities that we can have as a community. So you know, the prices can fluctuate really fast, and businesses and users don't want this fluctuation. So when someone comes to Wolfie's bar, doesn't want to pay 50 cash for a cup of coffee, and the next day the price is 45 cash, or a week later 30 cash. Doesn't work for Wolfie, doesn't work for the user, because
It goes the other way. That works.
because
Yeah.
a month later it's gonna go like 100 cash for the same cup of coffee. So I think the biggest utility that we can have with VPOPs coming up is the stablecoins. And another thing is also Kaspa has the highest throughput that we know so far in the entire crypto space. So in a proof of work system as well, which is highly decentralized and very, very secure for all the miners. So if we combine these two actually the actual utility of Casper and what Casper can, how can Casper support the whole transaction from A to B, I think is the best currency to use from business perspective, but also from the user perspective.
And institution.
I want to go to the institution right now. So we know Swift. I've sent to myself. I have done a couple of Swift transactions back to Greece from here, and it took literally 4 days to arrive.
Yeah. Into one of the freaks.
Yeah, sometimes they can freeze. So now we have Kaspa KII with Workflow that they have been approved as an ISO 2222, whatever that number.
ISO 20022.
So
I do exactly the same.
that's a massive step for Kaspa, and if we can have international transactions within a second or two in a highly decentralized manner, and one of the safest networks to use, then it's a win-win for everyone.
And
With
tiny
the
fees.
lowest fees.
Yeah.
With the lowest fees as well. So now we have 10 blocks per second, and in a few months I would assume with Dark Knight we will have 100 blocks per second, which is something that was out of the realm of possibilities until Jonathan Sambolinski brought Kaspa into life in November of 2021.
As smoothly as the 10 blocks. It's like the 10 blocks was almost a non-event.
It was insane.
Yeah,
It's
it just
just
switched over.
But
The-
I do. I think that'd be.
The transition from 1 block to 10 blocks, it was one of the best engineering processes, as he said.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean,
In fact, it was so smooth.
yeah.
Nobody even sort of congratulated Michael Sutton. Nobody knew what the hell happened.
He was standing
It was just like,
Well,
oh,
it's
even
pure standing
the
there.
visualizers that went on,
Yeah.
you looked at it, it went from 1. So even the visualizers that went on went from 1 till 10. You looked at it, it's like, okay,
He was-
where's it going to crash? Where's it
it was.
It's like, yeah, nothing's happening.
Well, we
You
were
just
live.
make sure
We were
that's-
live with Blockchain Banter.
Yeah.
We had Shy there, and we were. I remember it going live, and I was just thinking, please don't crash, please don't crash. And it didn't. It just went. You just see the blocks spread out. It was insane.
I think I was asleep.
But that was,
I had so much faith. I was like, I'm just gonna sleep. Probably. I don't know. It must have been.
where I stabilized myself, I calmed myself down. It was when Jonathan Sambolinski asked him, so how long do we have to wait for it to crash or something like that? He said, now we are out of danger. And I'm like, because it happened. It happened. So yeah, that's it for me. I don't know if you have any questions. Small speech. That's why I said,
Thanks
you
for
guys.
praise. Nice speech, man.
I
Appreciate it.
do actually have a question. Though.
Yeah, go on, Chris.
Wolf.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Same.
I guess
Would-
full face.
Would accepting stablecoins be something that you would actually prefer?
I think the stablecoin argument is more to do with the percentage of the revenue that is occurring in cryptocurrency. Because at the moment, cryptocurrency is such a small fraction of your revenue. So at max, it's 10%, less than 10% in the process. So most people that accept crypto do not utilize it as or to pay for bills and all the things. So you just keep it. And to give you a good example, I remember it was a while ago, just when Bitcoin had one of its surges, I sold free coffees for £12 and Bitcoin saw a transaction going through. I didn't look at it for like 3 months, and then I looked at the 3 months afterwards. It's like, shit, this has gone up to £50 for that coffee. So those coffees actually, I made £50 profit out of it. But the interesting thing about it, one of the core issues you have in this hyperinflation world is that if you run a physical business, you're always chasing your costs. And what I mean by that is that as soon as you sell a product, something within your cost line has gone up. So whether it's your rent or your physical product and stuff, so you're always playing this game from catching up. You know, you adjust the price in the future to get there, but you're always like chasing this marginal cost price that just runs up to it. But in this example, it was the first time that I've beaten it. I won the game because my profit actually exceeded the cost raised in those 3 months, which was very exciting and interesting for me as a business owner. So I would think stablecoins, going back to your question, stablecoins is critical for mass adoption when the percentage of your revenue is more than the 1 to 10% margin. So I think that's going to be a more natural thing that happens as stablecoins start coming in, and that comes back to the wider crypto adoption.
Do you think also that Caspa can be the? Do you think that Caspa can be the main rail for microtransactions, like buying a coffee or going to the hairdresser, or I'm not talking about large amounts of cash, but I'm talking about the everyday expenses.
So
We've had
grassroots.
these discussions now a couple of times over the last 2 years. And Julie is very, very into it also. The thing you have is, throughout history, you've got this argument about whether the technology is the best one or not. And then examples of this is Betamax versus VHS. No, so the VHS being the shit technology, Betamax being the better technology, and VHS dominating. So in context of the argument of Casper being the better technology by far, it's the highest speed, cheapest, most secure, more than Bitcoin, more than any other currency out there. It's the only thing that's scalable. It's the only thing that can mass adopt it. Its issues and risks are, one, it's too good. So institutions can't make a lot of money out of it in the process of this mass adoption. So there's a big struggle why that's not happening, because effectively it mutes their model in the process. That being said, I've got an opinion about that also in regards to what's happening in financial institutions now. It's aggressive. So you've got that element to it. So you do need elements of mass adoption, which is not because of it being a better product. It's because it's the cool thing at that stage to do. So the question is, will that happen? Now, the things that would instigate that is if you've got multiple chains and things starting to utilize CAS for its background technology, etc. That opportunity is coming in regards to now with Higro that's launched and VProx and all of those things, because all of a sudden all the infrastructure and all the architecture out there at the moment has the ability to minimize costs in the process by utilizing this technology, which is of course a good driving force to push volume in. So that caused this making Casper a cool thing, or a cool kid on the block. So we're at that point, whether it's going to happen or not. No one in history can ever predict if any of the technologies is going to be the one that's going to happen. But we're at that point where this could happen, and it's got a good chance of happening. Process.
Got one more question.
Go for it.
Because I'm the interviewer here. Because as a businessman, you accept Kaspa, Bitcoin. What are the challenges for normal businesses to start accepting cash or any other cryptocurrency of their liking? So how can Kaspa be the currency that will be adopted by many businesses?
So
in UK, for example, that you know better.
So me and Chris have spoken about this before. So when I I originally, when the Bitcoin Collective came to me to accept Bitcoin, because it was the Bitcoin Collective, they came, they did the onboarding for me, so they got Swiss Bitcoin Pay on my app, on my iPad, and I started accepting Bitcoin. And because I accepted that I have that relationship, I'm on all the socials and all those things, so I see when people adopt Bitcoin as currency. And you see it every like 2 days. It's like, you know, there's a laundromat in Kent, there's a lawyer firm in Birmingham, all of these things happen. The problem you have with that is that it's all these single points that's not connected. So it means that for you to get mass adoption, you need to adopt every single business in the world for it to happen. If you look at big companies that's been really successful, all big companies start with community-driven projects. So Facebook started in a university, Airbnb started in a suburb, Uber also started in a suburb, and then grows from that, becomes worldwide. So the biggest problem we've always had with crypto is because we've not run or focused on it as a business initiative. And the way we would do that is you adopt a place like this with crypto, and then you go to all my suppliers and you do an incentive and engagement that they use Casper and stuff, and all of a sudden we start an economy because I purchase my coffee in Casper, I receive Casper and revenue, I pay it back to them and so on. And then those suppliers start engaging with their customers, and before you know it, that's how you build a community and you bridge it out. So that's the strategy. No one's doing that strategy because one, I'm too busy to do it, so I'm not going to do it. And but two, I think if that's grasped by founders or powers that be, because I mean Casper's got Kev and all of those guys, it could be something that could change this whole game completely for the whole world. And it's not a difficult thing to do. It's not a thing that's going to cost a fortune to do either. You literally need a person that focuses on this and then starts that integration and then maybe do some sort of incentive in it. But of course, the positive about Casper is your incentive is the low transaction cost. So you have that element. I mean, I pay 3% on all my transactions, pushing it from a normal POS system, which you eliminate immediately. And then, of course, there's the other elements of the value of Casper increasing and things. So if you can pitch it in the concept of investment orientation for its businesses. But it does need someone to start that and do that. And the question is who? So, I mean, how many people do we have online?
Online?
Watching are we doing it live? Or
Right now, not that many, about 10 people, but it's come and goes, it goes up and down. People are enjoying. It's been almost an hour now, so you have people come and go.
Okay, cool. Well, if anybody out there wants to take this initiative, I think it's a good initiative to pursue.
I think yours in the listening session. We talked about this earlier about the marketing team.
Yeah.
But waiting for that.
So I think crypto will be heavily adopted without people even realising it. So it will be the infrastructure, it will be payment rails that will be happening behind the scenes. So when someone pays with Visa, they don't actually know what the hell's happening. They don't know what Visa's actually doing. They just tap a card, they see the money's deducted from their account, and they just assume it's on someone else's account, and that's fine. And again, with centralised systems, that doesn't matter. It works all the while it's working. It's when it works against you, you wish you had a decentralised system, which is where crypto like Cas really does shine. And I think the mass adoption will come when it's businesses that are doing it in the background without people realising it. So they're just tapping their card to pay for money, or to pay for a product or service. And then all the back end is being run in Casper. They don't know, they haven't got a clue. Businesses are happy because they're making money because of the low transaction fees. It's quick, they know that they've got final settlement. Like businesses, I know loads of businesses, and you've probably experienced it as well, when people pay with credit cards, for example, and then do chargebacks. That is a pain in the arse for companies, big time. And that just goes to show you that you don't have a final settlement. There's a period of time where people can, or companies can take back their money that you think you have in your account just because the number's there. It's not.
Well, it's an average of 13 intermediaries from your money being sent.
Is it 13?
Yeah.
Insane, insane. And it's fragmented. Everything's fragmented with middlemen, and each of those middlemen they're not doing it because they're altruistic or they want to do it out of the kindness of their heart. They're doing it, which is fair enough. They're doing it as a business and they're wanting to make money, so they're all taking a slice of that pie. Well, if you went through a decentralized network that does it from peer to peer, and even if you were doing it peer to peer, but you don't know it's actually happening peer to peer, you're paying a business owner. The business owner's then sending it peer to peer to whichever provider they need to. That is cutting out 11, 12 intermediaries.
13, and I think I can't remember who was saying this, but someone was saying that the other day that the crypto adoption is not going to happen directly where everybody onboards on Web3. It's going to be in the back end where people don't even know they're using crypto. Now the question is which financial institution or corporation is going to pursue this, because of course it's difficult for the traditional banks and things to pursue this because they lose their whole business model of making money. But of course, we've got all of these new contenders that's coming in. I mean, we're related to all of these things over the last years that's indicating that. So I think we'll probably see something that's got a very small team of 3 people that builds a system that dominates the world.
Yeah,
process.
100%. Well, look at Telegram. Telegram.
Yeah.
I know that's sort of communication side of things, but Telegram have what 10 employees?
Yeah,
If that.
yeah, it's got, and they're all remote.
Yeah.
We don't even have offices.
And they turn over fucking loans. So yeah, I think like I said, with the adoption of crypto, it's one of the fastest growing adoption rates that we've ever seen. But we're still incredibly early, even though institutions are looking into it and they're looking into it now. You've even got governments looking into it and Bank of England looking into it and things like this. They're not playing around with this stuff. And if you think governments and institutions are stupid, they're not. They're just slow. But when they catch up to things, it then becomes embedded. And I mean, for me personally, I can see we're going in a. For me personally, we're going in the wrong direction in the UK anyway. It's becoming a lot more centralised, a lot more censored.
Well, Kia just bans donations to parties crypto.
No way.
Yeah,
I need to go after Farage, isn't it?
Yeah, because he was getting a bunch of it. So,
Jesus Christ. Yeah, we saw him on Zebra, didn't we?
But this is what I don't like. I like open dialogue. I like things. I don't like censorship. I think it's a terrible route to go down. But we are going down that route by the looks of things. I want another option. I understand. So there is a trade-off with decentralisation. Okay. There is just quickly. There's a trade-off with decentralisation and being sovereign and being free. A shit ton of responsibility. If you lose your Bitcoin or your Casper, there's no Mr. Bitcoin or Mr. Casper bank you can phone up and say, I've lost this, can I get it back, please? So there is responsibility, a lot of responsibility that goes along with that. And that's not for everyone, that's fine. You can still remain in a sort of centralised system. But for people that do value sovereignty and do value that responsibility, like me, for example, I hate being told what to do. That's why I've never been employed. And that's not to say I'm a bum, but I've always just run my own business because I can't deal with people telling me what to do.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people like that out in the world that don't want that sort of someone having control over them. At least this gives us a different option. So yeah, I'll leave it there because I know.
Legends, amazing, great talk, guys. I only had 5 minutes worth of memory. Let me clear it up before the next meeting.
We have one question asked for
5 minutes too late.
Is it a question?
Switch to
An update on what? Sorry,
Funker Media.
Chris, you got the mic. Want to answer this? Chris, you got the mic. There's a question.
Well, you can say it in a bit closer to the mic.
Oh, yeah, sorry. That's
There's an update regarding Crumpet Media.
Sorry?
Someone asked, can we get an update on Crumpet Media?
Crumpet Media is still in development. We're getting closer and closer. It's been quite challenging, actually.
Very.
But we'd rather release something that is like, there's a fine balance between releasing something that's just not usable and something that is getting there and we want to show the world, but it's getting that fine balance. We don't it's not going to be absolutely perfect, but we want it usable enough for people to have a good time with it and to actually the reason we're doing it is because we want a decentralized media. We want people to not have their media censored, and the people that are testing it at the moment, we've had Casper Facts testing it.
I tested it.
Gonzo, you've tested it.
Casper
Silver's tested it. This is because we want a product that is at least an MVP, a minimal viable product, before we release it. It needs to be usable. So, there's been challenges, but it is coming.
Okay, sweet. Perfect.
Amazing.
Right, well, let's make some storage, and then it's going to be me as the final speaker. So,
let's do a little interval so I can sort this out. Get some food, guys, and drinks if you need.
another interval, of course.
Sorry, my bad. I need to clear some space. We only got 5 minutes recording time. No, 2 minutes recording time.
I could make 2 minutes.
Yeah.
My name is Jay. I'm Left Dad. Thanks for listening. I'm saying that, as you know. I'm going to say Stephen Bartlett, and I'm going to say I'm Left Dad.
No, I agree with that.
128 gigs internal storage. So what do I start with?
Yeah, but then you like additional things like attached.
No,
I don't know,
So that's going to be featured.
Well, yeah, guys, looks like we're having that interval because Lev has no storage for recording. But after that, it'll be me, the final talk here, and then if there are any questions, of course, we'll get through them. Otherwise, probably wrap up the stream after that. But yeah, still got another probably 20 minutes here. I want to say my talk's going to be the best one, of course, but who knows? I'm being a bit ballsy in saying that. But yeah, for those who are tuning in as well, they'll be back to the usual content tomorrow. It's just today is going to be a bit of a different one. I do like doing this occasionally, giving you a bit of a different perspective on Casper from more than just my own opinion. Also, there'll be the blockchain banter on Tuesday, which I believe you have got a guest confirmed. I need to double check it, but I believe you're going to be seeing Igra and Casper Com is my hope to be on board, but I'll make an official post about that either tomorrow or Monday. Where's your external hard drive?
External hard drive?
That's what Casper Queen's asking.
My external hard drive? Oh, yeah, I've got my phone. I don't have one. I just got to get rid of some old stuff, man. I'm so bad. I don't have the time to delete all this shit.
Yeah, every excuse is a good one to take. Yeah, every excuse is a good one to take a drink of Lev. I back that. Yeah. Although saying that, I'm still stone cold sober right now. I haven't had a chance yet. I've had so much time because I came here a little late because unsurprisingly UK trains are just the worst thing ever, and that's why you would have had a lot more people here today, but a lot of people had to cancel last minute to turning up because the trains just it's UK trains are terrible. They're the worst thing. I think they're the worst transport in the world. I'll be so for real. So I got here late, didn't have time. But yeah, honestly, Casper King, same here. Like this phone here, I need to get it replaced. It's so I need two, and yeah, I know I need a drink. I know I do. I will get one, but also I don't know how YouTube are on that stuff. So at least myself, I've not been doing that on stream. You know, I know Wolfie and Chris have done it a little bit, but hopefully YouTube don't flag me. I even asked them to turn the music down for this.
And then
Looking good, Jay. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I try occasionally, instead of just me sitting with a jumper on at my computer at home. I figured for this event, I give it a little bit of a, schoolboy look, dress up a little bit,
You made 50 million fucking pounds.
I've got 3 minutes, man. 3 minutes. Do you have any memory on your phone?
You're not asking me to stream it?
No, it's a record.
No, you don't want my phone.
Why?
It's an XR. iPhone XR. No, you don't want to use my phone to short
Oh
pause.
man.
The brewer.
I think my
but you
recording
need
will
Yeah.
take
if you can.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're able to.
Yeah.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
How long do you
I
reckon?
remember this.
I'm going to talk
We
about
with the-
AI and about normal to be. Oh, how long do you think my
Yeah,
speech should
yeah,
be?
things
5
like
minutes,
that.
10
They were,
minutes?
like, telling people
Those who watch me
about
daily know
stuff
that I
because
can
a lot of
chat
people
for
want to have money,
hours,
but
so
they don't need
I'm
enough.
going to try and cater this to a
So they
shorter
were, like,
form.
telling
It's going to be a
people,
bit tough.
Yeah.
So Brewdog's major
This is
sensations, they used crowdfunding before crowdfunding was popular. So Brewdog ended up with 75 million with the original investment to open up stars.
Yeah, I need to order one as well.
Bars and things like that.
Let's order some food on this interval. What
Yeah.
time is it?
It's currently 1 hour and 9 minutes in. It is currently 8:15.
Paid for. Okay, cool.
I'm going to quickly get some food.
Robust business model.
So yeah, we're going to quickly swap to this screen as well, but get some food real quick, just so I have something. But just a moment whilst Lev still sorting stuff out. Apologies.
I mean, we all are.
No, then they were profitable 1 year.
10 years down the road.
I think it's there is a majority
later. No.
of physical business. So majority of like bar, coffee shop, even my friend, they have like a massive German unfiltered brewer. They've been profitable the first year, and that's it. And then they've gone down, and then they've been like that. Exactly.
It's not more than
It's a tax rate, so it's just
Tax plus also the place where they build the mercato metropolitano. Okay, they charge you a quite amount of money, but you don't have freedom, even if you're a business owner, to do anything, and they keep taxing you or make you pay fee for small things like, oh, your employee doesn't want to have our t-shirt, so we're gonna tax you even if you have a black t-shirt.
Yeah, so Brewdog.
They find other things to entertain the.
But there's a few things, so like I don't know if you know Black Tone
Way,
Coffee.
way down.
They're popping up everywhere at the moment. Same model, they got a bunch of investment for if you talk, because I had a girl the other day that was a manager of Black Tone. I had a quick dissection discussion with her. And the thing she was saying was like they didn't know what the fuck is in the process. There's no process. There's no process.
Where they getting these
Well, it's usually
For example, these two guys.
they don't get anything.
It's just
Yeah, I mean, Brewdog originally was the original crowdfunding,
Being in a partner,
so they just ran
we're
it
not
before
getting
anybody
paid.
else. And they
Why not? We just came forward because there were some posts and
I think it's
back
getting
then was
return on their investment.
so look.
Yeah, but the two founder of now they create
People that
another
wanna
thing
join
that
the
is like an app. So basically, imagine
Business
like
idea.
you have a brand.
So
Okay, you want people to
I used
not
to have
sponsor
a
your brand. I would say
Greece.
that publicize brand. You earn money to maybe just a regular person wearing, I don't know, this jumper that have your logo. I showed that as a like Canon influencer content creator. I collect point and got paid, but not enough to actually get an influencer costing a lot of money. But you got paid like maximum £30 per picture or per video whatever you create. So this is the new thing.
I'm more what, sorry?
you are more ambassador than I am for Casper.
I guess.
I guess it is. So you live everyday lives, you know.
The social media.
Yeah.
Videos,
Well,
posts.
if it's
I try, although I've been slacking a bit recently.
I always say like raise the money because you always need like the ready
Oh, right.
cost.
Yeah.
I always say
Lev's still struggling, so I'm gonna see if I can help out.
WeChat, what are we saying?
Not WeChat. WeChat's the Chinese messaging app.
WeChat, yeah.
No, it's WeTransfer.
Oh, WeChat.
WeChat is the Chinese messaging thing, man. And you can't get it unless you know a Chinese person.
Wow.
Which
Oh, well, I know a few.
Well, and they have WeChat. I have WeChat because I'm like that.
What am I saying? Am I agreeing? Am I signing up?
Yeah, agree.
Agree, sign up. Get in
I
Google
pay
Play.
regularly
No, you don't need to do that.
£30.
Okay.
I don't think so.
£6, then it depends on many views you
Oh
get.
god, how do you?
But
Yeah, that's it. Okay, I'll have to get used to that.
Get used to the, get rid of your iPhone, man.
I'm planning to, but I'm gonna get a Samsung S25 or whatever it's called. Who wants some crumbs now?
Only while using the app. That's it.
No, that's why they moved.
That's the recent one, yeah?
Because they still have the
Yeah,
but they
MP4,
still have
MP4.
like people posting their pictures.
Oh, these are big. Oh no, that's 7.8. Okay, that's massive.
Yeah.
That won't transfer. That won't transfer. That won't.
Yeah,
all of them,
these are three.
they're all over 2 gigs. I don't think it transfers unless you pay for retransfer. So unless you zip it.
Like nothing.
Yeah.
Even now, I don't think zipping will work it.
Oh man.
So I do believe the money.
Do we have a USB there? Okay, unplug your mic for a sec.
Unplug the mic.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry, bye, guys. We'll be back in a sec.
Wait.
We need the USB-C to plug in.
It looks like they're doing really well.
So unless it's got USB-C, this is the
Oh,
USB-C I was going to use. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, never mind. Yeah, okay. So we'll mic off temporarily. Back in a sec. Say hello to Lev.
Sorry, guys.
There's
bro.
It's alright. Okay, well, we're
Slide
back.
for you.
Is it work? Is it on?
Yeah, it's on. It's working. We just tested it.
Okay, I'm back. Should be sound again.
So what?
7 gig. Bloody hell.
Yeah, I know, right?
I know with the wealth one anyway,
change
there was a lot of pushback because of
Let me quickly just double check. Yes, I still have. Okay, so it still sound good, right? So it looks like I'm going to be starting now. Finally.
Because the people work with him.
Okay.
I think if you manage, like you said, if
And
you
then
manage zero knowledge proof,
This is going to be interesting. Cool.
mitigate.
I'll try and speak loud enough so you can still hear it in the mic here. Otherwise, then you'll hear it on the mic here when it picks up the recording when it goes live later on.
We work with Italian market.
I
And
wouldn't
I
want
thought
to
I'm million opportunity, but because I had people that
Because
too
I don't
lazy
know.
to freaking take
no, we also
take
have,
the
yeah.
money stuff
Yeah.
early.
That's the problem. Yes.
And there's so many people in between.
Where is this
They
data
make
going?
the
I mean, I suppose it's not much different.
Email verification.
No, I
That
do
is
so
so
much.
do email
So,
verification.
and
It's
then it's
fuckers.
like, look,
I
this
get it.
person
That
legit
happens all
doesn't
the
do the
time.
job.
And
And
if it's
to
time-
just like keep rolling
The-
on,
the
and
only-
just take
yeah,
your salary
the only
and
problem
go
is
to
like
the
passport
that
basic
it's
that's it.
fake.
But we can
your
from
eyes,
300,000 and make as a problem, we can easily do 500. Just
We don't want to miss Full Face Speak. He's already spoken. You must have missed it, Casper Queen. He's already spoke. Yeah, he actually is the reason why Lev's got no stores because he spoke. And then him and Wolfie and Chris started talking like off the side, but you couldn't even see it. There's only me left now. You've had Chris was first, then Wolf, then Full Face, and now it's gonna be me. And you'll see hopefully all the recordings and stuff later on.
giving out
that's way more. And it's like we have a lot of potential, especially not after all the.
I'm going to stand up front,
Anyway, she decided to get the agreement with
and
Trump.
I'll be speaking whenever I'm speaking. But at this point, who knows?
I don't want my.
In our favor, and
I
also
don't know
like
myself.
I think like either one of the high tax.
So for me, it would be a go.
This might be too big fun.
But I do understand there is
Like
there's
we
benefits to
reselling
be had
software
to it
and
as well,
hardware,
which is
but
why
majority hardware.
has
Too big
What
one.
we're selling.
Yeah, it's too big.
And there's so many that I'm talking the last week. I just
Yeah.
said, oh, no.
So that's obviously the incentive. Right or wrong. And they have now 30 million less people's identity.
Can we use your phone to record?
I'll show you my
So what do you think about
I'll show you my thing called crypto.
It's interesting. I mean, I've never seen a computer. But I think it's really I do believe that people really skeptical about crypto, but the fact it's not regulated, so they scared.
Always technical difficulties when it's not.
Is your mic on? I'll test it.
Platforms go down.
Great.
go down.
Test it 1 2 1 2. Yeah.
And a lot of people have the concept like cash, physical cash is more safe. So I do believe it's going to be really, really hard.
Always technical difficulties when it's me. Always.
To be honest.
Well, it is regulated.
I didn't want to use this phone for shit, but I've got no choice. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I just want to get this done so we can, because there's trains and stuff in it.
We have
Yeah.
because it's going to be the balance.
Needs to work this out.
Even though you receive the pounds,
And it's tied to the person's I mean, it does make sense. And if you were going to do it, Casper would be probably the best secret in
I mean, everybody uses Starbucks. No one knows that Starbucks is
Paul Van Son.
Just probably doesn't come back.
Jay, you are actually in the light. If that light shining down, you're clear. Everybody else is dark. This is perfect. Yeah.
You probably met Rory if you went to the
Slight shut those buttons. Nothing we can do about that.
And then
But
they.
Alright.
yeah, I could certainly speak to Rory about it again and then see. But he's doing
That bottle of water.
KII doing some things to do
Whether
with
it's their
Casper anyway. So,
I do believe, yes, that this would gonna happen, but I do believe that country in Europe, then that high tax like UK, whatever,
Hey guys, we're ready to record.
whatever,
Okay.
if the
So
government,
basically,
the government
if
will
you're on
not
it,
profit from
message
it, they will never publicize it. And then wherever they're gonna do the back
I don't
end,
know
they
how
will
this
tell
camera
people
works.
that it's Wolfie or it's not safe
Because
or
it's
not,
yes,
just
25
because they're gonna have, it's going to have.
No, why is it showing it?
So this is what I see that's gonna happen.
Some message them and just say, hi Rory. Sorry. Alright. Yeah. Alright.
Take a picture of Chris.
We were, we were at, but would love to speak to you about.
Where do you go?
It's not clear on that side.
There's
Where you
your
born
right
Sorry.
Yeah, so no,
I know
it's
You pay to be up.
Sure. Yeah, I was born.
Chris is more than
So you never be
also
like you
mentioned
never
went to
believe
the
in that.
Dublin event as well. And then
But my dad, my grandmother.
What the stream saying? What we've got here? Yeah, I thought so. At least it's recording anyway.
Yeah.
Family.
Needs to show that I'm doing something.
Yeah. But all good.
We need to get a better setup in the future for it.
Yeah, well, this was the first one, innit? So we just gouge from here and take it from there. Like the biggest hindrance was this fucking thing. 7 gig. Why? Why 7 gig? It's mad. I've never recorded that something for so big.
I think they are the people.
Well,
You said that wasn't bad.
Sorry guys, can we get to because we're gonna have the last speech. Thank you.
You must like it.
Thank you. All right, lovely.
I did well.
Let's go.
I like.
Are you ready to be recorded?
Lost.
Yes. All right, let's go. Man like Jay, you are on.
Okay, doesn't know, my name is Jay, also known as Stephen Bartlett, or Nev's dad, whatever you like. As you know, Brendan Poker. Yeah, my speech, my first time doing this, and I need to have a script because I'm not as educated or as talented as Wolf is. But my belief as to why I think Casper scalability will be unstoppable is it comes down to AI being a big element, but to start off with that, I want to talk about exactly why I believe it's taken so long. And the reason why is because nobody wants to be first. It's a very common fact. You've seen it in crypto already. It took institutions forever to finally get involved in this space. BlackRock was the first one to launch ETFs back in June, July 2023, got approved in January 2024. And it took a full almost 2 years for their counterpart Vanguard to get involved. They hated crypto. JP Morgan hated crypto. But now look at them. Two of the biggest institutions in the world, banks in the world, are now the biggest users of crypto, offering ETFs or blockchain services to their clients. So for me, that was a very definitive sign there that no one wanted to be first. Black took the risk of being first in that aspect. And after some time, a long period of time, and proof of such, institutions are the ones who got involved because everyone wants to be second. I think that's the exact same case for Casper. You have got some entities, be it your KEF, who've done a fantastic job, KRI, you've got other Zodiac Custody, you've got Marathon Digital Holding, all these enterprises and these big names who have taken that first step in itself. But we just talked about BlackRock. It took 2 years for others to get involved. So how much longer will it take for Casper? I think still on that first step element, you need some one big entity, one big thing to make that known for others to take part. And I believe that AI might be that element. We have heard many speakers across many sectors talk about AI. On our Blockchain Badger show, courtesy of the help that Lev has done for us to set up with myself and Crypto Pumps, we've had some good guests on board. For example, Pavel, co-founder of Equalabs. And Pavel has said it himself that when it comes to AI, when it comes to blockchain, you can't have AI on traditional rails because it's too slow, it's too incumbent, it's too expensive. And then you have it on blockchain. When it comes to blockchain, Casper is, as it stands, the deems best chain or best protocol for AI adoption because you can process blocks parallel, therefore processing transactions in parallel. It's cheap, it's quick, we understand and the rest of them get along with that. We also heard from Michael Simon as well that he also perceives that with the incoming developments, be it your covenants, be it your silver script, that AI is those are very, very strong protocol or developments that will cater very strongly to the AI agenda. But how long is that agenda going to take place? One thing that I've done in my 7 years of being in crypto is I've learned how to do research. That's been my main element. I know how to find sources, classified documents from JP Morgan's, American Bank Association, the EU, like all these documents, I do that frequently. I found some this month from JP Morgan and also from Broadridge. For clarification, if you don't know why it's important to me, JP Morgan should understand that part. Broadridge, if I get to my notes, Broadridge they serve over 1,100 banks, and they are ultimately the entity responsible for the $100 trillion financial market not going bust. JP Morgan, Bank of America, all these big entities, they listen to Broadridge. If they want to do anything, they have to ask Broadridge's opinion first. Broadridge published a document at the beginning of this month. And in that document, they stated that 26% of firms have already incorporated agentic AI. Doesn't sound like a lot, it's a quarter. But then you consider that last year, that was 11%. That's a significant jump from 11 to 26 in the span of 1 year. And then you see how it's accelerating from here. JP Morgan published a document at the beginning of this year with 330 of their family offices at big banks. 65% of those families, they are now saying that AI is the investment that they are priority. It's their number one priority above crypto, above infrastructure, above healthcare. AI is the number one infrastructure, number priority. And when it comes to AI as well, they're also focusing on actually the infrastructure that will improve AI's future. Data centers, energy providers, semiconductor giants. Now that for me is important. That lets me recognize you've got DI Energy and KRI, where they have showcased evidence from their reports that they are now focusing on building these AI data centers in the Middle East, and they're doing so on top of Casper. The documents are out there, find them. So when it comes down for me, I think that what will be the so-called inflection point and the thing that will trigger Casper adoption, what will want to be first and then eventually AI will be second, comes down to the AI revolution that will take place this year. Everyone's saying it'll take place this year. That is for me the inevitable steps to follow as well. And why I think Casper will dominate, that's kind of the long-term infrastructure play. When I'm talking about more immediate time, why do I believe Casper and AI will go hand in hand? AI does not have the error of human greed, sentiment, emotions, all the things that make us human and make us great, but also means that we are sometimes blinded by our beliefs. Mm-hmm. AI, just look at stats. Purely stats, purely just raw data, that's all they look at. And then when we analyze the data throughout the entire blockchain space, and you see what has quick confirmations, cheap costs, what can also process blocks in parallel, as I mentioned at the beginning of this talk, Casper is the only one or the strongest candidate in that space. Mm-hmm. To also pick back of what Wolfie said earlier, stablecoins is also a key element that AI agents also very much, I wouldn't say necessarily need, but they very much part of stablecoins as well. So with the onboarding of stablecoins coming to Casper, which already thanks to Casper on board, you see some paper as well, with AI agent being developed as well. For me this year is the so-called inflection point here that I think we'll start seeing more entities want to start getting involved, and then everyone wants to be second getting involved into Casper. That's what my view though. If you've got any questions about my view, you're welcome to ask for both.
So you say about the AI agents, which is one of the biggest, I think it's going to be one of the biggest market makers in the next few years.
For sure.
Trading bots and all these sort of things. How do you think, actually what Pavel said from Migra, that the next billion users will be AI agents and not physical people. What are your thoughts on this?
I would care to agree because we're seeing it already. You've got Coinbase who are already offering wallets or elements that have agentic AI in it. As it stands right now, retail are by and large burnt out, haven't got the money, whatever it may be. They've probably lost confidence in the space. And everyone right now is using AI in some capacity. Even retail users, they might even, I've seen online, retailers using AI chatbots to look at markets and set up trade for them. So even then, they're not really users, they're still AI. So I would care to agree the next one, I think it was 1 million, the next 1 million, 1 billion to be AI, I think is an accurate judgment. And I think because of that, that puts Casper in a strong position because of the nature of its chain and with the uplift of covenants and Silverscript, VFox, Dagman, all these significant protocols coming out that are only for the bolster of Casper's use case as one of the strongest settlement layers when it comes to AI going forward. And Stablecoins will help that as well.
Yeah.
Amazing. Great speech. You've done well, well done, bro. You've done really well. Nice one, guys. Enjoy your food, enjoy your drink. Thanks for coming. Oh, Wolf, I think there's a couple of orders.
Where is it?
Yeah, you're funny, Ghost. You're funny.
I'm hungry again.
Luckily, I kept it quite short and street. You know what it is? It goes longer if I've got all my sources and visuals in front of me. But I'm just trying to ramble, and I was looking at my script, albeit a small amount. I couldn't keep it going. I started getting stage fright, which is crazy. But yeah, I mean that was my, I guess, very brief rundown on why I think Casper will do well this year. I'm sure you'll hear me talk about it a lot more tomorrow. If you've got any questions about that, feel free to ask. But yeah, family, it's an hour and a half, almost hour 40-minute stream.
Why you look at me?
I appreciate.
Don't judge me, I'm not judging.
I appreciate those that tuned in to watch today. I apologize for the audio quality. Tomorrow, back to usual. If you enjoyed, leave me a like. You know how to say. You'll see more of the stuff in the future. I'm sure you'll go back to usual tomorrow. And have a great day, good evening, good night, family. Don't be emotional, be logical.
Don't forget the leaderboard.
Don't forget the leaderboard that you can see here.
You know it's been updated. There you go.
There you go. Look at the people. Look at the absolute titans who are spending Casper. Casper's being used right now. Use case of Casper right here at Wolfie's. This is big stuff right now. But yeah, family. Have a great day. Good evening. Good night.